All right, let's get into it. Today, we're not just talking about some company. No, this is a story about a king. The king's name is NVIDIA, and it is sitting on a throne at the absolute peak of its power. This is the story of the AI revolution and the incredible, almost chess-like moves this king is making to make sure its reign lasts for a long, long time. So what's with this number? Well, imagine this. 5 years ago, you put just $100 into NVIDIA. Today, you'd have $2,287. That isn't just growth. That is the kind of rocket ship rise that builds empires. It's the treasure in the king's vault, and it's the foundation of everything we're about to explore. So you have to ask, how did this kingdom even get built? Well, it's actually pretty simple. NVIDIA doesn't just lead the market for the chips that power AI. For all practical purposes, they are the market. Their throne isn't just decorative. It is forged in pure silicon. I mean, just look at this chart. That massive bar, that's NVIDIA's 80% market share. It's total dominance. But honestly, the hardware is only half the story. Their real weapon, their invincible armor, is a software platform called CUDA. For more than a decade, pretty much the entire AI world has been building its code on top of CUDA. So if you're a developer and you want to switch, you'd have to rewrite millions of lines of code. It's a massive headache. It's not just a feature, it's a fortress wall. It's a moat that locks everyone into their kingdom. And this really shows you the true scope of their power. The whole evolution of modern AI, from just recognizing pictures to creating brand new text and art, and now to this next frontier of agentic AI that can actually reason and plan things out on its own. All of it, every step, runs on NVIDIA's hardware. They literally built the engine for this entire revolution. But you know how these stories go. No king can reign forever without some challengers showing up. And right now, the challengers are storming the castle gates. They are coming from all sides, and they're armed with totally new strategies, new weapons, and they all want a piece of that AI kingdom. And the threat isn't just coming from one place either. First, you've got the cloud giants. We're talking Google, Amazon, Microsoft. They're all tired of paying NVIDIA, so they're designing their own custom chips. Then you have the direct rivals, like AMD and Intel, who are building their own powerful GPUs. And then you have the most interesting bunch, the heretics. These are startups with completely radical, new ideas about what an AI chip should even look like. And here's the crucial thing to understand. This isn't just a fight to build a better version of NVIDIA's chip. No, this is a fundamental disagreement on the best way to build an AI brain. NVIDIA's GPUs, they're like a Swiss Army knife. Flexible, great at a lot of different things. But rivals like Google, they're building something different. Their TPUs use what's called a systolic array. The best way to think of it is like a perfectly organized assembly line that's designed to do just one thing, AI math. It does that one job with just brutal efficiency. So they're not just trying to fight the king, they're trying to change the actual rules of war. Which brings us to the climax of our story, right? You've got challengers at the gates, armed with these new weapons. The king had to make a move. And wow, what a move it was. An audacious $20 billion power play that absolutely stunned the entire industry. So this was the dilemma NVIDIA was facing. There was this small, super fast startup called Grok, and they had built a new kind of chip, a new weapon. And reports were saying it was faster, like much faster, at a really key AI task. So what do? Do you try to fight them head on? Or do you do something else entirely? Grok's weapon was the LPU, the language processing unit. Now, unlike a GPU that's juggling 100 tasks at once, the LPU was a specialist. It was built for one single thing, AI inference. That's the moment the AI actually makes a decision and gives you an answer. Its design meant it had ultra-low latency, and word on the street was it was twice as fast as anything else out there. In a world that demands instant answers from chatbots, that kind of speed is a legitimate threat. So what was NVIDIA's answer? They didn't fight Grok. Nope. They just bought the threat right off the table for a reported $20 billion. They acquired Grok's technology, its patents, and its absolutely brilliant team. Threat gone. And here is the true masterstroke. This wasn't just a simple purchase. As analysts pointed out, the way they structured the deal as a massive licensing agreement plus some key hires meant NVIDIA basically got all of Grok's crown jewels while cleverly sidestepping what would have been a long, painful, and maybe even losing antitrust battle with regulators. It was a brilliant checkmate. Okay, so with the most immediate threat just neutralized, NVIDIA didn't just sit back and relax. It started using its immense wealth and power not just to eliminate rivals, but to build an even bigger, more powerful kingdom by forming new alliances and building new technological fortresses. And this shows their next move perfectly. They're turning their biggest customers into deep partners. They formed what people are calling the 10 gigawatt alliance with OpenAI and Oracle. You see, they're not just selling chips anymore. They are co-investing to build these massive supercomputers that are going to power the next generation of AI, making themselves completely indispensable to the other giants. And this, right here, gets to the heart of their real ambition. It's not about the chips anymore. It's about building the entire AI factory, top to bottom, from the silicon itself to the networking that connects it all the way up to software platforms like Omniverse, which lets companies build virtual copies of their real-world operations. Their goal is to own every single layer of the AI stack. So where does the king go from here? Well, luckily for us, NVIDIA isn't shy about its plans. They have laid out a public roadmap, a blueprint for what they see as the AI century. And it's all designed to do one thing: go faster. Just look at this timeline. The king is not taking a break. A new chip architecture or a major upgrade every single year. Blackwell this year, Blackwell Ultra next year, then Rubin Ultra. This isn't just innovation. This is a declaration. They are basically telling the world they plan to out-innovate, outspend, and outrun anyone who even thinks about challenging the throne. And this brings it all back to you. Why does any of this matter? Well, because this high-stakes war over silicon and software, this battle of titans, is going to directly determine the future of the AI tools you use every single day. How fast your chatbot is, how smart your apps are, how accessible this amazing technology becomes. It's all being decided right now in these corporate boardrooms. So there you have it. NVIDIA is building an AI empire on a scale we've never seen before. They've taken out rivals, they've forged powerful alliances, and they've laid out a roadmap for total domination. But in a world that's being completely reinvented by the very technology they sell, a world that is changing faster than ever before, you just have to wonder, how long can any king, no matter how powerful, really hold the throne?